that swagger after he knocks a couple down, and that's what we got going tonight.
Absolutely. You talked about purists liking games, but you know, many purists like this type of game too, where we can see the offensive talent on show.
Dylan comes up short. Tommy Greer trying to run down that rebound. Good hustle by De Leon. Trying to get to the rim. It's blocked by Tommy Greer. And that's how you have to guard him, with a couple of players.
Steve, he should have actually moved that ball to a wide open Mark Worthington earlier. And if there's a knock on him, it's that he doesn't give it up sometimes early enough as we see it travel underneath the hoop. But just to come back to that point, Worthington had the arms flapping and really wanting that ball. And I think Idris has to occasionally just say, you know what, I'll give it up. I might get it back later in the set. Or Worthington's hit a 3 by then, which is fine too.
And Mark Worthington's on 14 at 5 of 6. You don't really want to look him off too often when he's that hot.
Saw the replay there, just got straight into trouble.
Petrie creates some space for himself and turns around and knocks it down.
High IQ player, Anthony Petrie.
Tigers down 11. Have not been able to get the stops, as Trevor Gleason has said. Dylan drives. Good no call. He was out of control. Gibson loses control of the ball as well. Now they get it to Mark Worthington. Has the slider on Dorsey on his back. Good closeouts by the Tigers. On the defensive end, Petrie with the shot clock down to 3. Fall away has come up off the back of the iron.
I may be wrong, Steve, but I think that's the first time they've been within about 4 seconds on the shot clock all night.
Tragath puts it up nice and soft. Turned down the open shot from the elbow, and that's a high percentage shot for him. You cannot question whether he is turning down a good one to get a better one.
Starting to think they're all good percentage shots for Cam. I mean, he's just in that zone right now. Everything he throws up there is falling.
Stephen Hoare, extra pass goes to Adam Gibson. He lines it up from the baseline. Can't get it to go. Dylan runs into Adam Gibson. Incidental. Petrie to Adam Gibson. Gibson on the dribble penetration. Knocked away by Cam Tragath.
I think the referees, by and large, Steve, have done a good job as we see the bump here off the ball. Gibbo. Now, that's 100-something kilos coming at your side right there.
He lined him up and stopped his forward progress.
That was old school. He'll be feeling that tomorrow, but they let it go.
Well, if that's incidental, I could be a pretty good defender in this league. Still. Some guys moving forward, I just line him up from about 20 feet and throw my shoulder into him, knock him down. If that's incidental, I would be a great defender in this league. Right now.
How would you do on the other end?
Not well. I'd be blowing from all that incidental contact. Tragath to Daniel Dillon. Little pick and pop with Trigger.
Missed an open one. There's a rare occurrence.
It was straight as an arrow, though.
A little flat.
Gibson, length of the court, gets it to go. Blaze back up by 11.
Great operator in the middle of the floor, isn't he, Gibson? Because he's assessing whether he's got passes to the wing or he's going to take it himself. He works real well in that middle corridor of the floor.
Back up for 3, that's way short.
Shot a 22-footer and went 20. And yeah, Ubaka's a rhythm player, and I know the Tigers are wanting him to find that rhythm back, because really, to be honest, Steve, I don't know where they're going to get the points to run with this sort of 110-point total that the Gold Coast is looking at putting up on the board.
Mark Worthington has one rim out. Both teams have cooled off from the perimeter. Liam Rush on a good cut and jam. Well-timed pass from Daniel Dillon.
There's something Rush needs to do more often. He's a strong body, quick, take it, just take it at the rim.
And that's how you want to finish. De Leon. That's long. Tragath with the rebound. It was one hand. his opponent. Trigard with a handoff. He traveled.
Yeah. He is actually very, very good on the quick pivot, but not that time. Just lifted the feet. Steve, we're going to have a look at Liam Rush's last move here, just steaming down the lane. Nobody back. Worthington in the area, but who would stand in front of that?
No. The only thing you're going to do is come late and get in the picture as they snapped it, and you get posterized with a real ugly face as you're getting dunked on. DeLeon, his floater comes up short off the backboard. Dillon puts on the Jets. Finds Dorsey. Steps back behind the three-point line. Ibaka's got all day to line that one up. He comes up a little right. Dorsey. Boy, these guys are not shy. No, I thought maybe a shot didn't hit the rim and they had to shoot it before the shot clock expired.
They were working on that, 14-second shot clock there.
Well, he rushed that one, had pressure. There's about 19 seconds left on the shot clock. Hudson has the ball swatted by Dorsey.
Steve, Melbourne's doing a better job defensively right now, and the Gold Coast are not doing a very good job offensively, and the combination of that sees Melbourne still in this game. Just looking a little bit disorganized, Gold Coast right now.
Dillon turns it over. Idris DeLeon in transition. That's off the mark. And it flies out of bounds. Boy, the shot selection here early in the offense. Both teams are firing it up early in the shot clock and aren't knocking them down. And so our score stays pretty much the same. 56 to the Gold Coast Blaze, 47 Tigers.
Clean out the barn sale. They got savings bigger than a prize hog. Clarion 180-watt iPod, iPhone, direct CD tuner, 125. X-Pac four-wheel drive and truck battery, 89. Autobahn. Cars love it.
To treat my hair loss, I'm trusting medical science. That's why I call the doctors at Ashley & Martin. They're specialists in hair loss, and it's a proven medical treatment. So call today and enjoy the confidence tomorrow.
Okay, got that. If he's open, take him. Come off, turn that hard. Okay, strong first though, and then hot. Hey, defensively, good work. Keep battling. Hey, inch by inch. Don't try to get it back in 2 shots. Just get it under 5 and keep working.
That's good advice from Trevor Gleason, as his team just shooting him up in a hurry. It's Jerron Dorsey going upstairs and getting this one.
Wow.
Looked like it was on its way down.
Yeah, it probably was, but it just shows what he's capable of doing, trying to get something else going on, because his offensive game has been slow tonight. And that was his modus operandi at Cairns too, though, Steve. He just contributes where he needs to contribute, but right now they probably need a little something from him offensively.
Cam Trigard gets to the right area, and he's not going to miss too many in a row when he's wide open.
And that is poor, D, because you've got to know that Trigard, who's working on a huge game right now, 19 points as we speak, is going to eat that up, and not a Gold Coast player in the area.
Gibson going left. A little too long with the left hand. Dillon, somehow that pass finds its way there. Daniel Dillon with the finish. Boy, they made that fast break look difficult when it wasn't that difficult.
They did, and by the same token, it showed you the athletic ability that he could still finish that down the lane, but certainly made it harder than it needed to be. Now, that's either, that call that we're about to see here, Steve, should either be off of the Tigers. They're going to say it's off the Tigers, but it should be a foul or the Tigers' ball. Here we see it. It came off Worthington. That came off Worthington. So it was either, oh my goodness. Excuse me while I just note the breakdown there. There was no one in the area of Mark Worthington.
That was a bigger breakdown when Cam Trigard was wide open for a 15-footer.
These guys haven't been hiding. They've got 19 and 16 respectively, Trigard and Worthington.
And here's another one. Daniel Dillon has a shot boarded by Tom Garliff. Good aggressive play by Dillon, but a better one by Garliff. Trying to get the finish on the other end.
Wow. That's getting full value for your foul, Steve. Just not
Yeah, we're going to see if this is unsportsmanlike.
What do you reckon?
Good as it's normal foul.
Here we see the block, Steve. Dylan goes up and Garlip does a great job, and at the other end we see the foul call, which they're now debating as to whether it'll be a unsportsmanlike or not. Steve, we've got a conference. The referees, they've come out. What is their verdict? I think they've gone with a regular shooting foul.
2 shots.
Yeah, well, Vaughn Mayberry saying that it's 50-50. You know, like that could have been unsportsmanlike. And you got to say that that's a good call because it could have gone either way.
And as he's trying to placate Worthington on the floor, he's saying, I thought about it. I actually did think about that as a unsportsmanlike, but I just elected to go with the standard. So he's explained himself there. It's close.
Adam Gibson. That comes up short. Hudson on the offensive glass, loses it to Ibaka. Ibaka in transition. He's wide open, turns it down. Daniel Dillon maybe showed the worst shot fakes we've seen all season. As Cam Tragar gets it a little closer to the hoops.
Well, there's one of the
scoring continues by Cam Tragar.
There's one of the better ones, I was going to say, Steve, because bad one by Dillon. It didn't fool anyone, but Tragar's got all sorts of tricks to get the defense to bite, and the defenders certainly bit on that fake.
Now, it's one thing to throw a fake. It's another thing as soon as you get the guy off balance to be able to take advantage of that. Cam Tragar's the master. Dillon getting it up quickly.
Well, Steve, the Blazers scoring has really slowed down this quarter. You know, they just can't find a rhythm.
Rush to Tragar. He misses. And Trevor Gleason said, let's get this thing down to 5. And that was the goal, to go into the fourth quarter to be down by 5. And it's important that they don't have a mental lapse now with 1:40 to go here in the third. They've done all the hard work as Garlip is bumped by Cam Tragar.
Really different sort of quarter too, Steve, as we've got a timeout on the floor, but not many fouls, a lot of up and down, and we see the replay. Garlip trying the up and under, decides to go up on the near side. A lot of body contact.
Cam Tragar, you would think the only person that can slow him down tonight are the officials, and getting him into foul trouble. Not the officials' fault, of course, but get him into foul trouble because no one else can stop him. Get him some time on the bench because he is having one of those nights, and every night is a great night for him this season, but he's 10 for 16 from the field for his 21 points, and he's only got 2 fouls.
I mean, for a guy to shoot 15, 16 shot attempts by this stage of the game, full quarter and change left, shooting at 62, 63%. It's off the charts, and it's not like he's unscouted and the Gold Coast don't know he's coming. He's coming in as the leading scorer in the league. They know what he's going to do. They're just powerless to stop it because the touch is really, really good right now. He is just feeling like he can get any shot he wants to go down.
And they continue to go to him. The trick is when you have a guy that's that hot, you throw the basketball down to him, you don't become a spectator. You still have your cuts. You still have your Liam Rushes making those strong cuts to the basket for dunks, and that allows Cam Tragar the time and space to be able to operate is the other players' activities away from the ball.
Well, as Garlip steps up, Steve, to shoot the 2, pose a question then, do you double the guy?
Yes.
And since the other guys have essentially become bit players and spectators for about a quarter and a half now, when every ball's basically gone to Tragar, maybe you make them hurt you.
Yeah.
Get it out of his hands, see what the other guys can do.
And that's where you have to make the adjustments. That's where the difficult job for the coaching staff come. Okay, we talked about earlier, sticking to your game plan, especially with player tendencies. But this one, Cam Tragar is owning this game.
Absolutely.
Maybe you make a little adjustment on your game plan. Instead of having single coverage down there, you send 2 or 3 guys, and then you scramble out of that.
Absolutely, and I think they've got to do something defensively to at least make Tragar think about it, because right now he's just very, very comfortable, and the Tigers have made a huge run in this game.
Tom Garlip misses 2. So an opportunity squandered for the Blaze. as the Tigers continue to have the momentum in their favor. Ibaka with the switch. Lang, he's got to get one off. Ibaka tries to keep it alive. He does, and Liam Rush gets the finish. Heads-up play by Inda Ibaka.
Well, I didn't see this coming at the half, Steve. Barely an offensive whimper out of the Blaze in the third quarter. Terrible quarter for them on this end of the floor that they're on. 3-point deficit. Even Trevor Gleeson was talking, let's get it back to something manageable. Heck, they're on the verge, they're on the precipice of giving up the lead here.
Lewis to Ibaka after a terrible pass by Anthony Petrie. Dillon did a good job of showing behind, and then when Petrie tried to get a better angle, he jetted to the front. Lewis, not a great shot in that situation. He hadn't touched the ball the entire game. Had plenty of time left on the shot clock.
Yeah, you need to swing that one back to your point guard and let him work something out. It's just a bit rushed.
Differential of about 6 seconds on the shot clock and the game clock. Garland did a great job of getting the rebound to himself, but a better block from the Tigers. Ibaka has time for the floater, comes up short.